In my YouTube channel. Okay, hi guys.
Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. If you guys are new. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so
you know what this video is about. She just told me to come over here.
Okay, today's video is like gonna be about my 16 and pregnant. My story. So we're gonna be explaining like basically how we met.
What? How we met?
Yes, I would tell you. That's my story. When you were pregnant, not before you were pregnant. Before. That's a long story. We already told it.
You're making it longer.
Okay, so the day we met was when my friend. We already told them.
No, we haven't. That was
Q&A.
a Q&A.
My friend Alan, he told me about her, and we were texting, and then we were just hooking people up. Like, he hooked me up. That's the TV. He hooked me up. He was trying to hook up my other friend Carlos, but don't say that. Oh,
okay, keep going.
so the next day at school, he told me about her, and he's like, "There's this girl named Elizabeth," and at this time he was dating another girl.
Okay.
So I had two choices. It was his girlfriend's sister or her, and I said her. And then the next day he told me to talk to her. So I went to go talk to her, and
It was a Friday. I remember it was a Friday.
that day I was with him, right? He told me, "Oh, you should go talk to her, this and that."
They were pointing at me and they were looking at me.
And we were in a group. We were just walking where her first period was, which was math. And we went, and they told me to go, and yeah, they were calling me names, I think, because I didn't want to go.
Really?
I didn't really want to. I was nervous. I want to go talk to her. I went up to her, and then
Bye, Felicia.
I said hi to her, and we just started conversating and all that.
Not really. This guy came up to us and kind of started like saying some funny stuff, and I was laughing. He was kind of getting mad because I was paying attention to him.
No, I wasn't getting mad.
Yeah, you were. You were like.
Oh yeah, it kind of was, and then he left after that.
So this is how it went. Just basically fast forward it. He said, "Don't make fun of my name." He told me his name. I didn't listen to his name. I didn't know what his name is. What his name was. So I didn't like.
I've been knowing her name.
I didn't know your name.
Oh.
I was like.
Anyway, so
You said it really low.
I told her my name, and I guess she didn't catch it. He's later. I think it was next week. The week after.
Oh, I'm telling you, it was a Friday, and then Alan was gonna look for him that day at lunch, but he wasn't at lunch. I don't know. You had. So he was trying to look for him at lunch because he wanted me to talk to him. So I'm like, okay, yeah, whatever. And he came up to me. He's like, I can't find him. I'm like, okay. And then he's like, maybe on Monday. I'm like, okay. And then Monday comes by. And that's when
she told me she had a boyfriend.
I thought he said, "Have you ever dated before?" And I said yes, but I guess he said, "Do you have a boyfriend?"
And then we didn't talk for like a long time, and then
until like September. Like, we weren't talking like that. Just mind you guys, because there was some like chismes around that were blah, 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 blah. But we weren't talking like that. So there was like some rumors going around and stuff. So to clear it out, we were just talking. Like friends, nothing else.
Not yet.
But apparently people still kept, saying shit, and I was like, okay. I stopped talking to him for a while because, yeah, I'm not gonna spill tea or anything.
And then later on we started talking again, and then we dated, we got together. Okay.
So basically, 8th grade comes around, we're still good. The beginning of the school year, he found out I wasn't going to the same school as him. And he kind of like...
I felt sad because I wouldn't be able to see her all day.
Around in March, it was my sweet 15 and he was in it. After that, it was around, April, late 20s. So basically, he was losing feelings for me, and I didn't really know, how to react. I was just kind of saying like, no, you're just playing around. I could remember that phone call too. I'm like, no, you're just playing around. Like, don't play with me, because he played a lot. He would joke a lot. He would joke around a lot. But this time he's like, no, I'm being serious. Nah, 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 nah. So I'm like, oh, okay. Da, da, da. Well, what do you want to do? And we both agreed, you know, try to talk to each other more, because that's what we were kind of like giving up on.
That's what we were
lagging on, like communication and stuff. And
I'm a dinosaur.
so we tried to, you know, keep going with our relationship, try to talk more, but it didn't work, and a lot of things happened between us two. It was, you know, hard. No tea, no shade. I didn't do shit.
That's basically saying I did shit.
Okay. He just didn't like me no more, and he kept going with his life. I kept going on with mine. We broke up May 4th, a day before his birthday. Funny thing is, we never stopped talking to each other. He would not stop talking to me. Why didn't you stop talking to me?
Cause I still loved her. Like even though I lost feelings, like I know it's weird. Like how the fuck are you gonna lose feelings, but you're still gonna talk to her and say you love her? Nah, it's cause I lost feelings, right? But that's because I felt like the relationship wasn't good. Like we weren't talking as we did when we weren't together. So when we weren't together, we had nice conversations, like good conversation, funny conversation that we never even had. So I can't say that like right when we started talking again, I started loving her. But like when during talking to her, I started getting those feelings back. We will always talk every day, nonstop still, and that's where I like gained my feelings back for her, back for her. And we kept on talking, and then I made my choice.
I talked to other people while we weren't together. He talked to other people while he wasn't with me, you know.
But
I'm not gonna lie about that.
yeah, true. I talked to other girls, but not like that though. Like I did with Lizzie, cause like once you have a conversation, like once you have like a deep ass, like love, deep love with someone, it's not the same with someone else, because you know you guys are barely dating. You guys don't even have that deep love. Like we were dating for like a year or two, and like the things we've been through, me and her, like
Yeah, the tea was hard.
Anyway,
so for the people that know, you guys know. But
it's not the same with someone else. Like you're barely dating with, but like with her, it's like we were still dating, you know. But I decided to get back with her again. Fuck.
My sister-in-law was having a baby shower, and me and Gerson weren't together yet. Like we weren't.
We were barely like getting.
We were talking again. We were like. My sister-in-law baby shower came around like May
2017.
We only broke up like for like 3 weeks. We started talking like a week before that. So when the baby shower came around, we still weren't together, but we were like.
He's looking at you. Oh, never mind. No more.
We weren't together. We were just, you know, talking and stuff, and you know, making each other laugh. That day was like really awkward, but we still kind of managed to get through that day. Nice to see him, but it was still kind of hard, you know, to see him because of what happened with us, between us. June 2nd came along and he told me to come over. So I went over. It was only like for like 15 minutes, and he came out and he was kind of like, you know, you're mine again. I'm like, okay. So coming in freshman year, I started going to school again. We both went to the same school, and yeah, so things were going really good. Things were going like fine with us. We were good. We didn't really argue as much. Around April,
so we got too serious.
Okay, we got too serious. We had sex, and
it broke.
We were like dumb, you know. We weren't really like thinking twice about you know, the consequences and what could happen. Like even having sex with protection will get you and some consequences either. So we had sex and we didn't really like notice that contraceptive broke, ripped, whatever you want to call it, whatever you want to say. And that's how we ended up with, you know, our baby.
Yes.
So how we told our parents, it was really hard actually. It was a Sunday and I remember everything, like everything. I told my aunt first. She bought me a test on like Tuesday that week, and I told them on Sunday. So on Tuesday she bought me a test. I remember taking it in the bathroom. I just like right when, you know, I did my business on it, it was positive like right away. I didn't even have to wait like 3 minutes like how the box says to wait, or 5 minutes how it says to wait. The positive popped up right away, and it was like really hard to see, you know, to find out, you know, you're 16 and you're pregnant. So I went in my room, I started crying. My sister is like, you know, that's what you get for, you know, doing what you did, because she knew that I had sex. My aunt comes in and she was not crying, she wasn't mad. I mean, she was sad and mad, but she wasn't showing it. I just knew she was. And she's just like, okay, we're gonna get through this. How are you gonna tell your parents? That's the main part. Like, how are you gonna tell your dad? And my dad is like a strict man, so it was like hecka hard to tell him. So I called Gerson on Tuesday and I told him, like, Gerson, I'm pregnant. Well, my aunt kind of said it, and then I told him, like, I'm pregnant, like, I'm actually pregnant. Like, you're not even worried. I mean, you obviously are worried for the baby, but you're not as much, you know, you're not as worried as how are you going to tell your parents. That's, like, the biggest concern you have. Well, for us, that was, like, our number one thing that we worried about the most. Like, how are we going to tell our parents? It was very hard. Sunday came along. We kept it a secret for, like, you know, from Tuesday till Sunday. And I told my godmom, and she's my madrina pues, and she's kind of like, okay, are you ready to tell her? And, you know, my mom and my dad, and I'm just like, no, I don't want to tell her. She's like, no, we have to tell her, we have to tell her, we have to tell her. So I'm kind of like, okay, but at the same time, like, no, like, I was sitting down on my bed, like, no, and then she says it. My mom was right there, and my dad was right there. They called them in. She's pregnant. And my mom had no reaction. I just knew that I, you know, let her down. When my dad, you know, found out, it was that day. He was kind of like, I fucking told you. My dad isn't a bad person. He just kind of like who wouldn't react like that, right? Like, you just find out your 16-year-old daughter is pregnant. My aunt called my Gerson's sister-in-law. Gerson's sister, my sister-in-law. And she comes over here and she sees everyone's crying, everyone's mad. My dad's outside cussing and kind of talking to himself a little bit. And she comes in here and she kind of like sits down. She's like, what's wrong? And then I didn't want to tell her at all. I didn't want to say anything. And she's all like, are you pregnant? And I said yes. I kind of went like that, and then she starts crying, and she's like, it's okay, you know, you're gonna be okay. I'm gonna be here for you no matter what. Da, da, da. And she calmed me down a lot, and, you know, she was a great support. She leaves the room because she says she's gonna call her parents, Gerson's parents also.
In the morning, we went to Lake Tahoe because my brother it was a long story. He got his
Yeah.
truck stuck over there, so we went to go get it off, and then we were going back, and then my sister called and she told him that she's pregnant. My dad starts crying because like his son about to turn 15 is going to be a dad. My mom kind of already knew, she said, because every time I always go to the car, my dumbass would say that she didn't go to school, she was sick. Yeah.
She asked him, is she pregnant?
Yeah, and I said no. We were in the car, we like stopped and like kind of like next to the road. It's like a curve. I thought I was gonna get my ass whooped, but we were crying. I was crying, my dad was crying. And then we started going to my house to change and everything, and it escalated really quickly. We went to their house, and we talked. We told them what we were gonna do, this and that. Like,
we kind of just talked to our parents about what we were gonna do.
Like, what we're gonna have to do and all that. And what we know what we're gonna have to do.
Like, the consequences of having a baby, you know? And all of a sudden, like, my siblings just kind of start eating, like, these spicy fucking noodles. We were done crying. I mean, people, you know, we were still sad, obviously, but we were, you know, we stopped crying. We kind of drifted away from that topic for a while. We kind of start watching my siblings make spicy noodles. And my sister started, you know, eating them, and then his sister started eating some, and it was kind of weird for a while. And like later on, for me, my mom started talking to me right away, only because, you know, I needed to take care of myself. I needed, you know, to go to the doctors and vitamins and stuff like that. But with my dad, it kind of lasted like a month or two.
Almost a month or two.
A month or two for him to talk to me. He didn't really want to agree with the fact that his oldest daughter was pregnant.
Mateo's looking at me.
I had a great support system throughout, you know, my pregnancy and birth and all stuff. His mom and his parents, you know, cheated. They were always there for us too. They are still here for us too, along with, like, you know, my parents and his sister as well, and my grandma. But yeah, so now with the baby and all, we have, you know, a good support system. We have now how kind of things are our friends. How's
my friends are good. Some of them.
You switched to a new school, so it's kind of more different. You know,
they kind of know. I'm not friends with like everybody, but those who I'm friends with, they do know, but some of them don't know, I think. But when they do know, they're like, "Oh, let me baptize him." I was like, "No." And friends from before, they asked me. Well, my friends from like since middle school, like, they still ask me about him and all that. Like, you know, some of them still.
With my friends, I do have, you know, a couple of friends who do check up on, you know, me and my baby, but, you know, things have kind of been a little bit different. It's hard for a mom more to have, you know, friends, because, you know, you're a mom. You know, what female wants to be friends with a mom? Because you can't really go out as much, or going out and partying, you know, because, you know, you have a kid. You have to, you know, take care of yourself so you could take care of your baby. So it's kind of hard to find friends. But, you know, now that I'm going to, like, you know, a group, you know, where you meet other moms, you know, other teen moms, like the same age as you, is really good. You know, I like to go. It's a really good, you know, place to go. But yeah, my friends are, you know, trying to make new ones, because trying to make new mom friends. I hope I could, you know, post more, film more videos for you guys, so you guys could watch. This was my 16 and pregnant, my story video. It probably wasn't that detailed, but, you know, you guys kind of got, you know, a idea of how, you know, my journey was and how I find out and how we met. But yeah, my labor and delivery story wasn't that detailed, but you know, I will probably end up editing it, filming a new one again soon. Our baby is 2 months, or almost turning 2 months. He's super big. He's a chubby baby. But yeah, so this was my 16 and pregnant my story video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you guys want to see different kinds of videos, you guys should like comment them down below. So we'll see you guys in the next video. So bye.